This is Mark Russo with the latest Everstream Analytics 5-minute forecast. This final week of February will feature additional disruptions due to winter weather across the US. In fact, for this week, we are tracking one major airport that is scoring high risk. That is Anchorage, Alaska. We are tracking one major port that is scoring high risk. That is the Port of Montreal. And then lastly, we are tracking 40 intermodal hubs out of a total of 207 that are scoring high risk in North America, primarily due to extreme cold, as well as a combination of snow and wind. As we take a closer look at the snowfall expectations over the next 7 days, the primary regions of snow will be across the western portion of the US, as well as across the northern sections as well, and in southeastern Canada. Additional storm systems will be tracking across these areas in some ways similar to what we saw a week ago. And as a result of the snowfall forecast expectations, these are the zones that will see more significant disruptions in transportation and business operations. Also of note, there will be stronger wind gusts accompanying the snow, as well as stronger winds in other sections of the lower 48. In fact, the strongest winds here for this week will be in the southwestern portion of the country, as well as sections of the Midwest, Great Lakes, and on into the Northeast, with these storm systems tracking eastward across the country. Lastly, the next few days will also feature some increased risk of severe weather across sections of the southern US, particularly the southern plains, and also into the lower Mississippi Valley region. Combination of very warm and humid air with colder air to the north will result in a risk of severe weather development, including tornadoes, stronger wind gusts, as well as large hail and flooding rains. So that is potential to disrupt business operations and transportation the next couple of days. Also, there is an increased risk of wildfires across portions of the southwestern US and into the southern plains due to very low humidity, as well as the stronger winds that will be developing across those areas over the next couple of days. Also around the world, we are expecting another week of major disruptions in Europe. In fact, we have 3 watchtowers in effect. 2 of those watchtowers are due to snow in areas of the Alps, as well as in around the Baltic region and Northwest Russia. But the most significant and disruptive watchtower is aligned across Northern Europe, where that watchtower is due to severe winds. And as a result of this, we are tracking numerous major airports, major ports, and maritime choke points that will be high risk for seeing significant disruptions over the next couple of days due to the stronger wind gusts. And this is all happening right on the heels of very strong and disruptive winds that took place late last week, causing major transportation issues onshore and offshore, as well as cause many power issues as well. Taking a closer look at one major supply chain hub and the risk there, this is the Port of Rotterdam and the risk timeline over the next 14 days. High risk of major disruptions today and into tomorrow due to very strong wind gusts before then winds subside and overall conditions become quieter. However, there's a secondary time frame of medium risk coming up later this week when another round of stronger wind gusts will be taking place before finally a much quieter and long duration quieter pattern is expected over the upcoming weekend and then on throughout much of next week. Also around the world in East Asia, we are tracking one major port, the port of Kaohsiung in Taiwan, that is scoring high risk due to stronger wind gusts expected over the next couple of days. And then also the Soya Strait maritime choke point is also scoring high risk due to stronger winds these next few days. There are currently no major airports scoring high risk, but we do note that there are 2 watchtowers in effect for the East Asia region. One is due to heavy snow across areas of Western and Northern Japan that has been in effect for almost a week now and will continue for another couple of days. But those main and disruptive snows look to be outside of the main population and business regions there across Japan. And then there is another watchtower in southern China, again, more so in the higher elevations, but medium risk of some disruptions there the next 1 to 2 days across the southern provinces of China. Lastly, during the past 6 to 8 weeks, Madagascar has been devastated by numerous tropical cyclones. And yet again, this week, the country will experience additional impacts due to tropical cyclone. And this time is due to tropical cyclone Emnati, which developed late last week and will be tracking towards Madagascar, making landfall here on Tuesday and tracking across the southern part of the country. And a combination of, again, very strong wind gusts as well as heavy rainfall, enough to cause additional disruptions to business operations and supply chain networks there within Madagascar, and ultimately compounding the issues that are already in place there across, especially the eastern portion of the country. For more details on these risks to your supply chain networks and operations, please log into your Everstream account. And thank you for watching today's 5-minute forecast. Get in front of what's ahead.